Everybody, welcome back to another message from the streets. And today's topic, very relevant topic, and that is attitude. I got attitude, you got attitude, we got attitude, she got attitude, everybody got attitude. Yet there's a distinguishing factor about having an attitude. You know, some attitudes are based in a lower frequency of operation and they just nasty, just rude, just not kind, just doing the most. Then you have some attitudes that they are neutralized and they tranquil. They have a harmony with the individual and with the people that they present themselves with. So it's pretty obvious that most people prefer to be around people that have a little self-control over themselves and their attitudes. Now, to have an attitude that's in that negative vibration and frequency, it can get you in trouble. It can get you in so much trouble that, you don't know if you're coming and you're going. And then you try to rationalize and say, because they said this or they did that, that's why I came at them like that. Or that's just the way I am. I ain't changing for nobody. That's an attitude right there. Pretty negative attitude and a pretty not intelligent attitude. If you're saying that you're not going to change, like change is bad, you have life messed up in a sense where as though we were created to change. We were created to make adjustments. We were created to learn lessons from our previous experiences. So a person to say that they're not going to change, we can see by our community what happens. If they say it consciously or unconsciously, we have people in our community that have certain types of behavior patterns, and their patterns sometimes lead them into be incarcerated. They get out and then they do the same thing again, and then they end back into that particular situation. And then it's like a never-ending cycle. You know where that come from? It's an attitude. It's an attitude that, hey, I'm going to do this regardless of the law, regardless of my family, regardless of my children. I'm going to get this money, so forth and so on. I don't think that it's intelligent as I look back on it, and I will admit that I had that type of attitude, but I had to make an adjustment. And making an adjustment, it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's when we become fixated in a state of mind or a thought process that is destructive to our well-being. And that's what the incorrect attitude will get us. Some people have these attitudes and they end up in these relationships. They attract certain types of energy and they wonder why. I don't heard women say, I keep on getting the same type of dudes. I heard dudes say, man, I keep on getting the same type of females. I want something different. They want something different, the man and the woman, but they refuse to make an adjustment in their attitudes or their behaviors. They refuse to acknowledge the error of their disposition that continuously have them to experience the same old thing over and over with different individuals. That's attitude, ladies and gentlemen. So the attitude is not a bad thing in a sense. It's about your approach. See, you could tell somebody something, and your approach means the world. Because when you tell people stuff out of love, man, even if they take it wrong, your intent was to bring something to their attention. Your intent was to assist them. If they accept it, cool. If they don't, what you did what was the best. But you could come to a person in, negative type of connotation. You're trying to put them down. You're looking down on them. You're speaking down on them. And most of the time when you talk to people like that, they go on the defense, and they're not going to receive what you bring it to them anyway, even if you meant it for good. And sometimes, I'm guilty of this, bringing people information with a certain type of energy that if I would have brought it in another type of energy, it may have been more receptible to the information. And everything starts here. We got to identify, because we say that, the way that I'm acting, the way that I'm doing what I'm doing is okay. It ain't no problem with it. It ain't no reason to make no adjustments. Adjustments is a part of our experience. I'm going to the next topic, and that is purpose. What is your purpose? What is our purpose in life? Some people think their purpose is to go to school, acquire a job, and have kids, and that's your purpose. That's not a purpose. That's an activity. This is something that we have chosen to do, but everyone has purpose. Now, this is just a point of view. I think initially the greatest purpose that we have is to find ourselves and then allow ourselves to move in to the best possible position in our lives so that we can be a light, so we can be someone that is demonstrating so others can learn from what we're doing and know that there's an option of demonstrating incorrectly. Some people think that their purpose is to go out here and, to shake their tail. To go to every go-go there is. That's not your purpose. That's just something you like to do. Some people think that their purpose is to, again, attain a job and make money and pay bills every week. That's not your purpose. That's what we do. So I hope everyone could take into consideration and look inside yourself and say, what is my purpose in life? Why was I created? And I'm just going to give y'all a hint. We were created to become our best self. And as becoming our best self, this will assist others to have an option to choose to become their best self. We don't have to become our best self because that's just the way life is. We got choices. But I think that it'll be most conducive if we become our best self and you can reap the benefits of becoming your best self. Just think, if you're your best self or your worst self, which benefits would you prefer in life? Ladies and gentlemen, this is another message from the streets. I hope that this information was informative, give you something to think about. Remember, attitude, approach, and then think about your purpose. Also, live your life on purpose, with purpose, because it's all purpose. It's all about mental elevation, which is a way of life, and self-improvement is a way of life as well. I come to you in love, and I leave you in peace. Peace.